नमस्कार मित्रों, आपका चैनल पे हार्दिक अभिनंदन है। और आप लोग बिल्कुल भी संकोच मत कीजिए और ऑकवर्ड होने की तो बिल्कुल ही आवश्यकता नहीं है, क्योंकि अब ये ऑकवर्डनेस का सिलसिला चलता रहेगा। तो मैं डायरेक्टली मेन कोर्स पे आती हूँ। आज के टॉपिक का विषय है बेसिकली टुडे द वीडियो इज़ बीइंग मेड to clarify some things ki first is will be decodifying the syllabus. Today in particular will be for the physical anthro part, and later on the socio-cultural and paper 2 will be taken up, but today the paper 1 physical anthro part will be decodified. This will be towards the later half of the video. First I like to clarify that what the course of the lectures is gonna be. I mean what you can expect, how what topics would be covered and in what manner. So first we are starting with physical anthro part. Then this will be about for 20 days. Then we'll be starting with the theories. Once the theories are taken up, because I feel theories are very important to understand the socio-cultural part of anthropology, and definitely the scholars will be helpful here. You will be able to write better insightful answers. After the socio-cultural part, we'll be moving on to paper 2, and then paper 2 will be taken up. In paper 1 I'll clarify, so sorry, not the paper 1, in the physical anthro part only primatology and archaeology will be taken up. Okay, so now moving on. Okay, first things first, before the video I want you guys, everyone, to have a copy of the syllabus with them, because it will be not useful if you are just listening the video. It will be very important because I will help you navigate through the syllabus, and just keep noting the points what I'm going to say and the units, or you can make online notes, it's up to you. So व्हाट इज़ द पर्पस, सिलेबस यूपीएससी ने भी दे रखा है, मैं क्या नया बता दूंगी इस वीडियो में। तो बात यह है कि जो सिलेबस है बड़ा अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में दे रखा है, और स्टूडेंट्स को यूजुअली डिफ़िकल्टी होती है, वो कोई यूनिट उठा लेते हैं ये 9.1 और पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, बट उससे पहले आपको 9.2 के कुछ चीज़ें पढ़ के फिर 9.1 पे जाना पड़ता है। सो आई वांट कि ये थोड़ा इजी हो जाए, और अपन यही करेंगे इस वीडियो में। सो नाउ मैं एक बार थोड़ा पेपर 1 पेपर 2 यूनिट्स का थोड़ा बता देती हूँ कैसा रहेगा। तो थ्योरीज यूनिट 6 में है, सोशियो कल्चरल पार्ट इज़ 2 3 4 5, देन इज़ द लैंग्वेज एंड communication. This will be taken up together, and first we are doing from paper 1 physical anthropology, which covers unit 1.7, 1.4, 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, 9.4, 9.5, 9.6, and I forgot to include here, but it would be 9.7 and 9.8 also, that is ecological anthropology and epidemiological anthropology. Then unit 10 growth and development, and then applied anthropology. And also in this part only I'll be taking unit 11, which is demography. And also along with this physical, and this is like core physical anthropology part, genetics. With this only once we are done with this, we'll be doing primatology and human evolution, the fossil part. So in this 1.4 the human evolution theories would be covered, but in this we'll be dealing with the theories part. And after this, once we are done with this physical anthropology, we'll be moving, so this is the first thing we'll be doing, and then we'll be moving on to the theories part, then the socio-cultural, and then language and communication. This part I'm taking over here only. Meaning and scope, so this is like unit 1.1 and 1.2, 1.3 in the syllabus, but it's better if you write answers or cover this part once you are done with the syllabus, so because you have a holistic understanding of things, and this holistic understanding, after completing all the things, you'll be better able to write answers, because in this part answers are not expected to be very on some topic, some specific topic. You don't have to just elaborate on one thing in the whole answer. It has to be holistic, it has to be comprehensive at the same time. Okay. So then we'll be left with paper 2. So in paper 2 we'll be starting with traditional Indian society, then we'll be going to village studies, this demographic profile. We are covering there this same thing in unit 1 in physical anthro, but there are some things which are specifically related to Indian anthropology for paper 2, so I'll be covering it here. Then we'll be doing the tribal studies. So you can just mark the units in your PDF or notebook, whatever you are using. Then in paper 2 apan pehle will start with the social classes, scheduled caste and OBCs, then ethnicity, then we'll be doing regionalism, communalism, then Indian archaeology. So I'm taking up archaeology here also, and I will be doing archaeology one time only, not separately. So when we'll be doing 1.8, I'll be covering 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3 as well. So okay, I'm starting with the physical anthropology decoding of the syllabus part. Guys, please ignore the photo. I'm really bad at editing, so this is all messed up. But I think the video's purpose is not to give you some visual pleasure. Your work should be done. तो I guarantee कि वो हो जाएगा. तो अपन या बेसिकली आपको स्टार्ट करना चाहिए ये 9.2 से. इन 9.2 let me just select the marker. I don't know why every time this eraser is only selected. I really some hate it, but okay. 9.2 inheritance, Mendelian inheritance. In this we'll be covering Mendel laws of unit factor, dominance, segregation, then test cross. So these things are not mentioned in the syllabus PDF which is provided by UPSC, but these are the subheads which you will have to cover. So even if you, so I suggest you to note these things down, and I have written it for you guys, so it is easy for you. So you know कि इसमें क्या क्या पढ़ना है. जैसे कि अब टेस्ट क्रॉस पढ़ लिया, लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट पढ़ लिया, अब ऑटोजोमल ट्रेड्स में रिसेसिव डोमिनेंट, और ये तीन एग्जाम्पल है. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप बिल्कुल ही यू आर गोइंग ऑन अ स्प्री कि रिसेसिव में आप सारे ही पढ़ लेंगे, बिकॉज दैट विल बी वेरी इररिलेवेंट टू द एग्ज़ाम. अपने को पर्पस इज़ टू स्कोर मार्क्स ना, तो आप ये कर लीजिएगा कि एटलीस्ट आपने ये एग्जाम्पल्स तो कवर कर ही लिए. Then we'll be moving on to sex linked inheritance, X linked, recessive, dominant, ये एग्जाम्पल्स हैं. देन वाई लिंक्ड, एंड फिर अपन पढ़ेंगे सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है मेंडल का लॉस का, बिकॉज देन वी विल बी फिनिशिंग विद मेंडेलियन इनहेरिटेंस. देन विल बी मूविंग ऑन टू नॉन मेंडेलियन इनहेरिटेंस. उसमें सबसे पहले पढ़ेंगे अपन प्रिंसिपल ऑफ को डोमिनेंस, ABO ब्लड ग्रुपिंग, सिकल सेल. Then incomplete dominance, multiple allelism, epistasis, incomplete penetrance, pleiotropy, polygenic inheritance, lethal genes, and cytogenetics. So see, we have started with 9.2, but now I'll be here because this this topic of cytogenetics from 9.1 is relevant here in 9.2, so we'll be covering it here and here only and finishing, like karyotype analysis, types of banding, Q, G, RC banding, fish method, genome sequencing. This is mentioned in 9.1, but we are doing it after 9.2 only, and then we'll be switching to 9.4. 9.4 part A, B, C. So 9.4 is chromosomal aberrations, जिसमें first numerical aberrations and structural aberration, and then these are the new examples for numerical aberrations. So ये A B C करके syllabus में different दिए हुए हैं, but मैंने आपके ईज के लिए इनको सेग्रीगेट कर दिया बिटवीन न्यूमेरिकल एंड स्ट्रक्चरल में सारे. तो जो भी सारे ट्राइसोमिक, क्लेनफिल्टर्स और जैकोब सिंड्रोम, ये सब हैं, ये न्यूमेरिकल के अंदर आते हैं. फिर कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ इंटरसेक्स इज ऑल्सो अंडर न्यूमेरिकल एबरेशन ओनली.